Hello everyone, I'm Garrett Baker, and today I'm going to talk to you guys about youth sports. I know most of you guys can remember as kids playing youth sports, and I know that was the case for me, as I played them from when I was like 5 all the way up through high school. But in more recent times, last 4 or 5 years or so, there's been a decrease in participation in these sports. So I'm going to tell you guys why. To begin, just some introductory stats. 95% of Fortune 500 company executives participated in high school athletics. And this was cited by Bo Hansen, a 4-time Olympian and an advocate for youth sports. So the problem is that there's been a decrease in participation in youth sports, and this comes for a variety of reasons I'll get into here in a minute. But youth sports develop character traits of those who participate in them to get them ready for the business world or the professional world in general. So 96% of dropouts in the US did not participate in high school athletics, and this just goes to show some of the character traits that youth sports help instill in children that are developed as they go through school and life. So why is this a problem? Children in the US are facing higher and higher obesity rates, and this can produce sluggishness and laziness, and they'll miss out on some of the traits that are developed during athletics, such as teamwork, adaptability, work ethic, along with many other intangibles that employers look for when hiring future employees. Evan Blyer, a writer with Inside Hook, wrote about this in May of 2019. So why is this problem occurring? Increased awareness of the effects of head and other injuries on children and just adults in general. A lot of attention has been focused on this with football, especially the NFL, the effects of CTE on the brain. So a lot of parents are taking their kids out of contact sports, such as football and soccer especially, sometimes basketball, and just many other sports. They just aren't playing them. So children are also not as interested in sports now due to increases in video games and other forms of satisfaction where they can still communicate with friends and others worldwide, but they aren't getting the experience and or the experience of competitiveness that youth sports instills in children. And also, lastly, the cost of playing these sports has seen an increase in the recent years, making them not available to everyone who wants to participate in them due to financial reasons. So the solution for this is multi-layered and it's quite complicated just because of the multiple different reasons that children aren't quite participating in sports. So to start off with the idea of cost, we could start with petitioning for local and state budgets to increase funding for school-sanctioned sports. I know where I'm from, the cost to participate in some of the sports is ridiculous. I swam for a while, but I didn't go through with it because it was $300 to be on the swim team every year. And I know youth soccer and baseball, if you want to actually go anywhere in these sports, it costs thousands of dollars a year to hire coaches and training to get good enough at these sports where you can play in the college or even professionally, and that's where a lot of kids want to go with sports, even though that's a false hope. We could also display the advantages of sports on kids to more parents and just get the word out there of how beneficial they can be for character development in children. We can also spread awareness of alternatives to contact sports such as football, soccer, basketball, and karate, wrestling, all those sports that can lead to injuries. There's alternatives. The main one that has seen a 37% increase in recent times is flag football. As football is the most popular sport in the US, but due to health concerns has been seeing a decrease. But flag football is another way for parents and children to enjoy the game and be a little bit more health conscious. Yes. And so, in conclusion, when youth play sports, they are brought, or skills are developed in them that are not seen in other kids that do not participate. But these sports have been seeing a decrease, and are due to reasons such as injury, money, and just no willingness to play. And so to combat these, we'll spread the word of the benefits of these sports and the alternatives. Thank you. That was a little rough there towards the end.